go, baby. Welcome to the Patreon. Thank you guys. Strat Pack's in the building. I hope you enjoy this one as much as I'm going to. Slot A brought his equipment, took it out, laid it on my couch, and it's looking good.
It's pretty cute, man. Not gonna lie.
I'm excited, man. I'm there's nothing I like more than watching somebody create. Somebody who creates dope shit, and you make incredible beats.
Thank you, bro.
I'm a little jealous sometimes.
Nah, bro, you're into I've seen you DJ. You're nasty, my dog. So there's a trade-off in life. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? There are pretty girls with no personality. There's ugly bitches with beautiful personalities. And
yeah,
that's
And your personality is beautiful.
Come on, man. Ugly as fuck, but I'm so cute. You know what I mean?
No, I'm pumped, man. I've always just been trying to watch videos of people who I am inspired by create on YouTube and shit. So I get to do it live right here on my couch in my crib, recorded, brought to you. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Sure.
So, just whatever you want, man. Just play some beats, run some samples, give any sort of explanation you want to give or story or whatever, and then we'll listen to them, and I'm sure I'll have some questions as well.
For sure. Let me get this shit right then. All right, cool. So for a while, I used to travel and go perform with the beats and shit like that. Had a residency in Indianapolis. I still have a night here in Chicago. It's called Open Swim. It's at Emporium. And so,
which one?
Wicker Park.
Okay.
And
when is that? Because I'm coming to the next one.
Every fourth Thursday of the month. So the next one will be January 25th.
Done. I'm there.
Appreciate you.
What time's it at?
8 to 12.
Perfect. I work at 12.
Come on now. Look at that. But I used to go out of town, and I'll be going out of there with this and my SB404, and you know what I'm saying, I either perform because the load time on the MPC 1000 is kind of slow, and so at least if you have another way to play your shit, you can jump back and forth, listen to something over here, cue something up. But this was one that I was gonna open up for, I believe his name is DJ Harrison. If you've ever heard of a jazz band by the name of Butcher Brown. Ed, I just burnt my finger. Go me.
Just drop it in there.
Boom, boom. Look at God. There we go. That's all you, baby. I made this. Normally what I would do is I would get to another city and I would just go make beats wherever I was. So shout out to the homie Gerald. Divorce is such a weird conversation to have about. But shout out to Gerald and Ashley, man. I made this on the actual couch. But yeah, that's that.
That's insane. Is that all one sample? All the same sample layered?
Yeah. My favorite thing to do is I'll normally get kind of looped in a donut. So like a little 4-bar or whatever, little chop or whatever. But what I like to do, because it's all, unless you go to like a bridge and they've changed key or something like that, majority of one song is all in the same key. So you can kind of go back and take different sounds out of those beats. Like in this particular case, like that string, I know that string is in key. And it also follow kind of the melody. All right, bet I'll do like a high pass on that. bring that shit down. But for me, chopping on here is all about, just like chopping the quarter notes. The fucked up thing about this is that like the kick on this starts like a little before.
So you have to put it at the end of the loop.
Yeah.
See, that's always the thing that fucks me up on the MPCs.
And then I just want to show you what's available to me.
Yeah.
Let's see. So it's just 12 right there. And that's it.
And that drum fill.
Drum fill. Let me see. I just want to make sure it's all in the same program. All right, but yeah, it's on B. And so it's literally just me going back and like reprogramming all that shit.
Okay, so you didn't use the full fill. You put it in yourself.
Chop it, yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That shit sounds crazy.
Thank you, Brody. When I first started making beats, it was in Fruity Loops 3. When I finally just because I always heard that if you made beats on this, you were like a real producer, some stupid shit like that. Back when I used to believe in like meritocracy.
Yeah.
I always wanted one, so I think me and Castle did either an event or a party or a wedding together. And I was like, yo, instead of paying me, bro, just give me your 1,000. And so he gave me his 1,000. I believe it, if I'm not mistaken, it had just like the regular OS. But nerding out, I found out there was a shit called JJOS. So around the time that they built the MPC 1000 and the 2500, there was a certain designer. He now goes by JJ, which is Japanese Genius. And so he built a whole different thing of like the operating system for it.
It's like jailbreaking your iPhone.
For sure. And this is like premium, like jailbreaking iPhone, jailbreaking the fucking the Roku shit, the Fire Stick. You know what I'm saying? Like around that time.
Okay.
And so he initially worked for the Akai team. They denied a lot of his ideas. And then he went on to make this shit.
That's so dope. That's dope. So what do you get out of that? What does it give you?
One thing it does, it allows me to live loop. So if I like the same way if I was a recorder sequencing by hand, like if I was programming, what it allowed me to do, and I had a Korg microKORG at the time, and so I could literally play in a bass line live, and instead of having to go back and re-chop everything to have it be perfectly in time, it'll record it. Let me see if I can change this shit to it without fucking up the beat. All right, cool. So there's this. It kind of shows you the drums thing. Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right. And then what it does is it gives you MIDI, which allows you to go ahead and like program something externally, but it gives you audio. So I can play audio live and direct, and as I'm recording, like the same way you would like your drums or maybe your sample patterns and shit like that.
Yeah.
It'll just record all the way across for a whole 4 or 8 or 2, however long you make your beat. So it gives you that. It also gives you access to like really dope effects, and it changes quite a few things on here too, man. Like it's fucking fire. And the thing is that like he's been doing this shit for damn near like a decade plus. There's always new updates that are like new features, kind of forward thinking features for the fucking 1000.
That's
and the
sick.
2500. Shit's ridiculous, bro.
That's sick. It's crazy. I can't imagine them like not listening to his ideas if something like that was his idea, because I feel like on the newer MPCs that's a thing.
Well, yes.
You
But
know?
the same people that denied. All right, have you heard of Bitwig?
I don't think so.
All right, Bitwig is like another DAW. It looks exactly like Ableton. The designers of Ableton left and started their own thing, which is now Bitwig. And so some of those features that they wanted to implement into Ableton, they've gone and done on their own shit.
That's
so like
dope.
it's you'd be surprised how many like bright ideas get turned the fuck down all the time. Like, hey yo, we want to book different DJs.
Well, apparently it wasn't their idea that was bad.
That part. Yeah.
It was my lack of communication. I would love to see what songs I sent you though.
Bro, you sent me you sent me a bunch of like kind of like top 40 like pop shit.
Okay.
So it was the right shit for that room.
Yeah.
But for what they wanted me to do,
yeah.
Like, nah, bro. It was instead of playing Loyal, it felt like, yo, they wanted me to play Come Down by Anderson and Pac. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Type shit.
But with the T.I. verse on it.
Boom. That part.
That's my shit.
It is. It's actually pretty tight.
Yeah, that goes hard. How you DJ at Emporium, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did the Red Bull holiday party at Emporium in Logan.
Okay, dope.
So that was cool, but I got to feel how it would feel to DJ in there for a full room on that big ass dance floor. They just got that like new DJ booth and shit. Like,
yeah,
that's probably sick.
So I'm there every second Saturday.
Dope.
At the one in Logan Square. That room is interesting, dog, because like the dance floor is definitely in front of you, but it's also in front of the skee ball table too.
Like to the left.
Yeah. Well, to the
the skee ball table's right here.
Yeah. So like it kind of fucks it up on that, but other than that, like the room's dope.
Yeah.
The room's dope. The people that come through are dope, and then you also like Wicker Park used to be really cracking, but after the pandemic, it kind of fucked up a lot. So a lot of places ended up closing down.
Yeah.
And so a lot of that energy is now in Logan.
Yeah.
And so you have Easy Does It. And then you also have
Slippery Slope, right?
Slippery Slope. Up the street, you got Dorian's, The Whistler, Deadbolt, Black Lion, and there's enough energy over there where people can kind of cycle between bars, which is dope.
That's tight. I need to go out in that area next Saturday that I have off. I want to experience that, like as a patron.
For sure.
You know?
For sure. It's I guess it's I don't know, man. It's there's a lot that you can get away with in that space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there are rooms where it can get really like kind of corny. You know what I'm saying? But that's just based on who's doing what.
Yeah.
Like the homie Just One and Vic Lloyd throw a really dope R&B party at Easy Does It. The homie Barragoon plays at Slippery Slope. He's dope. He plays with Johnny Walker. And then they just swap out everybody per day over there. So it's like a monthly situation so like the night that you go to Emporium might be hit or miss, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's always something different going on there.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Has anyone ever told you that you look like Benny the Butcher?
No.
You've never heard that?
No, I've heard Sticky Fingers. I've heard pretty much every bald black male, but Benny the Butcher is a new one for me.
Benny's not bald though, I don't think.
Nah. Balding. Respectfully.
He could be balding.
Respectfully.
He is young. He's in that stage where you're like, I still got hair, so I'm not gonna shave it yet. You know what I'm saying? But then one of your homies has to let you know, like, hey dog, it's time. Like one of your bald homies.
All right. So in all transparency, there are certain people that I just meet and I'm like, hey bro, respectfully come home. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, whatever this is, you don't have to do this.
Yeah.
Because it's a fight every day. Like, for me, I lost my corners early.
Yeah. What's early?
25?
Yeah. That's about the time. Well, I was like 22, 23 maybe when the front started coming out, getting thin, real thin. And you're looking in the mirror and you're like, is my hair thin or is this light just weird? And then you're like, it's the weird light, of course.
For sure. And then you go to the next bathroom and then you find out like, nah, dog, it's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can blame a whole bunch of people, but like, my man, you're balding. It's part of your destination. Just ride this shit out.
I really think that bald dudes are better at handling life because of how early some of us have to truly learn acceptance.
All right, fun fact. I initially went bald before I started balding because on Columbia's campus, there was always the homie who was a barber, but he used to take hella long to get to you. So you go over there like, all right, bet we're going to catch the game at 7. You get over there at 6 o'clock. You don't get a haircut till about 10 or 11.
Yeah, that's a problem. I've always said barbers have no respect for people's time.
At all.
Zero.
And so I went into the room and he had this thing. It said balding clippers on that motherfucker. It was a wall balding clipper.
Like the self checkout at a Target.
What?
Like the do it yourself.
Busy. I'm not getting ready to wait for this line. This lady has several fucking items. I'm gonna go to self checkout and get it done. And I buzzed myself and he was like, "Dog, I guess we gotta finish it now." And so yeah, that was the beginning of my balding story. And then like back home, that shit is like $15-20, maybe 30 with a tip. Here it was like, damn, I'm catching everything 40 ball and up.
Yeah, it's expensive too. You get to save money on that.
What?
Motherfuckers dropping 40, 50, maybe even $70 after tip and shit with a beard trim.
I'm good.
A week.
I'm good.
It's free for me. I steal the razor reloads from Mariano's.
That's fire. That's fire. I don't know how.
Kidding.
No, but like, do your thing though. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Allegedly.
Nah, like, man, what? $50? Dog, you know I could come up on 12 razors and be good for a quarter of the year? You fucking crazy? No, bro. And like, dog, I remember I went single razor. I was trying to do a bunch of unnecessary shit. Then I just came home.
Yeah.
Let me get my Quattro Cinco on. You feel me? And just 4 blades across the dome and it's over.
It's good. It's cheap. It's fast. It's easy. You can always throw a hat on if you need to.
Bruh. And then on top of that, it's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if you're really wilding, somebody knows. Like I went through a whole phase where I tried to grow hair back, but I was also getting fat at the same time and didn't realize it. And like my hair naturally curls. So after the waves, that shit just goes full S curl. I'm not sure if you know what that is. Remember Genuine and shit?
Genuine had the S curl?
Genuine had
like
the S curl.
bouncy joints?
The bouncy shits.
Yeah.
And so you can't be fat and have an S curl, bro. You just look like you instantly go into Reverend kind of vibe. Like you don't own the church, but you be up there. You know what I'm saying? So nobody told me, dog, and I looked at this. My aunt-in-law had was it 45 or 50 year wedding anniversary, bro, and we got the photos back, and it was one with me and her. Now this is my girl. And I couldn't stop looking at my second chin that was fucking growing along with my S curl and my hairline back yonder.
It all just hit you right then and there.
What? Rocked my world.
Yeah.
And then at that point I was like, hey, you know what? Not for you. Come home.
So you didn't, it wasn't someone else that told you. Like you figured this out yourself.
For sure.
I had to be told. I had to get pulled aside. My brother and architect, both beautiful bald men.
Yeah.
They were like, hey dog, they sent me a picture that I had on my Instagram. They screenshot it and they were like, oh, it's time. He needs to know.
The fact they sent you a screenshot is fire though. Like, not because it says so much. Not only did everyone else see this photo,
yeah,
but we saw this photo, and this is what we saw. Come home.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I'll never be mad about that. No. I thank them. I wake up.
But there are people who are hella resistant.
They think that you could go to Turkey if you got the money, you got the time. Yeah. You could go out to Turkey and you can get the hair tits,
bro. Or you can go. What did my man go to? Brian Urlacher. Saw him all over 90.
That's right. He was posted up hard.
294 and 90. Brian Urlacher owned that shit.
Yeah, I think his
extra hair
post NFL career might have even outshined his NFL career.
Bro, he got hair he went from looking like a dude who might have a Confederate flag up in his crib.
Yeah. Or at least a bumper sticker.
What? Blue Lives Matter all on the back of his shit.
Yeah.
And like, he got hair with a swoop and turned right into like big ass Dennis the Menace. Crazy work. Sorry, Brian Urlacher. You were a hero of mine at one point.
Yo, he does look like a grown Dennis the Menace.
What?
That's crazy.
Come on, bro.
Like, he would have tackled the old guy with the apple and the pocket knife.
He looks like he handles his own bullies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the beauty in Dennis and Menace, for those that don't know, was that like he always had to think about some shit and overcome some fucked up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he used to be doing wild shit, and then he meet a wilder motherfucker and have to outthink him. He looks like he doesn't have to think anymore.
Yeah.
That's crazy work.
He knows.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I wouldn't be scared of him before he took, like, if he just had the helmet on, scared, takes it off, not you.
Relieved.
Yeah. You're not him, buddy. You're not him. Respectfully.
Not with that hair.
Not with that hair. No, you fucked it up.
This is incredible.
Yeah, man.
Can you maybe like spit a freestyle over one of the beats or something?
Negative. Not
Diamond
good at,
cut?
Not good at that.
Not even close.
You
Nah,
can't.
not
You don't
good
have
at
like a
that.
reggaeton flow you could hit maybe?
Not at all.
I'm pretty sure that's straight from the card game. Right or racist? Yeah, it is. It's right. That's fucked up.
We can, if you want to play, we can play a couple rounds. Just let me know.
I'm here for it.
In between beats or something.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm here for the culture, man. Oh shit, that's funny. No, all right. And then so recently, November it was like 25th, 26th or some shit like that. Teenage Engineering released this KO2 or EP 133. It's a 64 megabyte sampler, and that shit would normally turn people off. Not me.
How many seconds of audio is 64 megabytes?
On this or in general?
Probably in general first.
In general, 64 is probably like shit. Your average MP3 for like a 320 is like 20. It's like 10 megabytes, so it'd probably be barely 12 minutes.
Not a lot of sample time.
Not a lot of sample time, but like the thing that they don't really explain to everyone is that like the thing can code at any given time 999 sounds, right? But it's 64 bytes. Like how do you? That will be 12 minutes. But the way this thing down samples, you don't even feel it.
It buys you so much time.
It
back.
buys you hella time, particularly if you go mono.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which on this essentially takes your left and right channel and just smushes everything in the middle. So you don't really get like too much panning.
Mm-hmm.
But like
But you could do your own panning after the fact.
facts.
Yeah.
You can, you know what I'm saying, kind of recreate your own situation depending on how nerdy you get.
Yeah.
But
And that thing is tiny
yeah,
and it's portable and it's battery powered
for sure.
and it's got like a simple screen on it that you have to like learn the language of the thing, I would assume, right?
For sure. How to get to simple things like trim. For those that don't know what trim is picking the start and end points of your sample. Like getting it on here is a little different. But after you get past the jargon of this shit, it's kind of raw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So on here, you can save. They have this thing called 9 projects, which is essentially 9 beats. Each project has 4 groups, 12 sounds. If you can, you do me a favor, if you could just add the numbers at the bottom.
Yeah.
But
in a cloud of marijuana smoke.
absolutely, if you can, actually, if it can be the numbers that are marijuana smoke at the bottom. But on here, you get 4 groups, and each group is 12 sounds. Now, normally, when you think of a 4-bar loop, if you're chopping in quarter notes, 4 pads will be 1 bar.
Okay.
So let's see. Oh no, I got this shit in tune. What am I doing?
Before you go home.
So
Does it fuck you up a little bit that they're laid out in 3s instead of 4s?
it did at first.
Yeah, because the MPC's always been 4 across.
Yeah. It's always been, the MPC has always been 16.
And this thing's laid out like a phone, like a telephone, which is
Yeah.
insane,
It's-
bro. That
you
thing
remember that big
the fact that you're making beats on that thing is fucking me up right now.
Dog. It's
Like, it looks kind of like those old ass football games that you'd get for Christmas.
for sure. Real 90s baby shit, by the way. Like real late 80s, early 90s baby on some shit. But yeah, this is exactly what it looks like. It looks like them big ass like accounting calculators from yesteryear. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Yes, like
And-
you're about to do someone's taxes with that.
But for sure, dog. Oh God. But like, I've made beats on this shit, and I'm just sitting there like, yo,
It's crazy.
this is a fucking mindfuck. But
Well, alright. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the human soul. It'll usually show when the truth ain't told. Use a lie.